What's good, YouTube? You already know who it is. Um, Somebody had asked me in the comments, whatever happened to that video that you posted where you said that you had not an encounter, I had an experience with a presence um, near me, with a silhouette near me. Um, they said that it happened to me multiple times, which it was 3 times, y'all. Um, And the reason why they can't find the video is because it's a couple videos back. I got over 1,000 videos up, so it's in there somewhere. I even forget the title of the video, but if I was on a desktop computer, I could scroll through it in my YouTube studios and go through the thing and find out what the video is. Um, Now, let me tell y'all something real quick. Right now, y'all hear this bird in the background. This bird doesn't want me to tell this story. Now y'all hear this bird doing this call. It's interrupting what I'm trying to say, but I'm going to deliver this message anyway. So it's on a spiritual note right now what this bird is doing. Most of y'all won't believe that, but listen to this bird. Y'all hear that bird back there singing? All right, so let me jump into it. Now this happened 3 times. The crazy thing about it is I had this experience before they created this movie, and this movie is called Dead Awake, where the girl's laying in the bed and then she wake up and she can't move. Now let me tell you something. I was asleep. I was laying in the bed, and all of a sudden I woke up. Now let me tell y'all something. When I woke up, I wish I did not wake up. I wish I did not wake up from my sleep, get interrupted from my sleep, where I could still relax and enjoy and not open my eyes to terror. Um, Now, I fear no man, but spiritual things of dark nature that you can't control, you can't do nothing about, you can't harm them if they come to harm you. Those things I fear. I do not fear them, but I fear them in a different way. Um, so I was laying in the bed and I woke up. And when I woke up, I remember not being able to move, almost like I was paralyzed. My eyes was wide open. This is the crazy part. Whenever I woke up, the reason why I said I wish I didn't wake up is because I couldn't close my eyes after the fact. And even if I wanted to close my eyes, what I seen wouldn't let me close my eyes. Y'all, the terror that I felt was far beyond anything you could ever imagine. I used to laugh at the girls in these movies, in these Hollywood movies, and they be screaming and they be terrified. That's pretty much how it was for me in real life. It was almost like, if any of y'all ever seen the movie Passion of the no, not Passion of the Christ, Exorcism of Emily Rose, when that preacher had seen that dark entity down that hallway, and all he could do was just all his hair stood up on his body, and you could see that he was terrified, and then he immediately started running after he got out of that shock state of mind, and he just hauled butt and was running. Well, if I was able to run, y'all, I would have ran. I would have probably ran through the wall if I could have even got up out of the bed. It was at the foot of the bed, and all 3 times this thing seen me, it was at the foot of the bed. And when I opened my eyes, it was like, see how you can see my hand? Now tell me if you can see my fingers. The hazy look. So it was like multiple images of the same image being flashed at me at lightning speed. But the silhouette of a person. It was a person. A silhouette of a body. Okay? But it was all black. You couldn't see through it, but I seen everything else around it. And it was just hazy. Didn't say nothing. It didn't move arms. None of that. but it was just doing this real fast. And the feeling that I had over me, y'all, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it was terrifying. This is like, and I'm not making this up because I'm gonna tell y'all how I knew it was the one. After the first time it happened, the second time it happened, it came over me, and then after that, the third time, I knew when this was going to happen. So let me explain to y'all how I know this is about to happen. I'll be laying there. And they made a movie about this. This is pretty crazy. I didn't know nothing about this movie. Not Dead Awake, that one too. But I didn't know nothing about this other movie. And I forget the devil, something, the devil. All I could remember was a dude in the movie, and it was a fly going in his ear, and he kept hearing this zzz. Well, every time I would when this happened the third time, I knew that it was going to happen, and it has almost happened before a few times. All right, so whenever I hear this, I'll be dozing off, almost falling asleep, and I'll catch myself. You know how you catch yourself about to fall asleep, and right as my eyes get real low, something don't want me to sleep. It wakes me up, and all I hear is zzz, zzz, zzz. That's the noise I hear, like a bee buzzing in the ear or a fly. His wings is flapping at 33,000 miles an hour a second, and you zzz, like, and that's, it's like it's getting closer to the ear. There's nothing in my ear. There's no bugs around me, but I hear zzz, and then I catch myself from falling asleep. And I wake up, don't fall asleep. Then I really get scared because I'm laying there like, okay, wow, now how can I stop this? I know that this thing that shows up at the foot of the bed is trying to come. I know that. When I hear that, I know its presence is near. So it's, and it's like, oh my goodness. And I'm sorry I'm boring y'all with that noise. And I'm laughing right now, but when it really happens, y'all, trust me, I'm not laughing. And I'd love to share this with y'all because, and it's not like y'all can help me when it's happening, but this has happened to me 3 times. But the third time is when I picked up on when it's going to happen. And I try my best to not fall asleep so that it doesn't happen. But the bad part is that it has nothing to do with me falling asleep. It's just that's when I pick it up. All right. But when I did fall asleep the one time, I woke up. All 3 times I was asleep, knocked out. And I wake up. And I look around, everything's the same. I'm not, trust me, y'all, I'm not dreaming. No, this is not a dream. I'm dead awake. I'm wide awake, but can't move. So my body's dead, but I'm awake. Eyes wide open. I wish they were closed. I wish I didn't close my eyes. Maybe if I closed my eyes, I wouldn't be terrified, but it didn't matter because I felt it. I felt the presence. The presence was, it made me, it almost like a sick. It was a sick terror. Butterflies, goosebumps, all that mixed in one, but the butterflies, that fear, like I don't even know if it's because you can't do nothing. But y'all, listen, I was terrified. Okay, I haven't had that happen to me in a long time, and I pray that it never happens again. And I wouldn't want that to happen to nobody. So when I seen them, eventually got to see, and I didn't see the movie Dead Awake until the movie came out, and that was like 2 years later. So when the movie, or maybe 3 years later, but when the movie came out, I was like, oh my, this is somebody experienced this before to bring this movie out. I have experienced that. Never knew nothing about the movie, and it's like, oh my, there are people in the world that go through some of these things. Some of the movies that Hollywood make is based on people's lives. We ain't gonna get into that. That's another video. But y'all, a little terrifying. So to the person out there that had asked me to retell the story, there you go. It's one of the most terrifying things I've ever experienced, y'all, and not being able to do anything about it. And the only thing I could have done about it, if I could have, was run. All right, I'd probably ran into 9 walls trying to get away from it. So that was that. It was terrifying. Stay up, stay blessed. There you go.